Hey everyone, it's Mac here, and I'm here to show you my Latin project. So, I have built for you a Roman military fortress called a Castra. It is unique in many ways, and one of these is one of the things that most military camps in Rome share is the Decumanus Maximus, this long road right here, and the road perpendicular to it, Cardo Maximus, which goes all the way to the end of the camp. The Cardo also houses the only gate and only walls of the entire camp. So technically there should be 3 layers of walls, but because I wanted to be able to show the towers and how they could fire, I decided that I would add the walls later if anyone wanted to join and see them. So the gate is really notable for how small and thin it is. This would compact the enemies that were trying to come inside to attack. It would compact them into a small space so that the Romans could pick them off from above, and they wouldn't have to deal with more than like 1 or 2 enemies at a time, because you can't fit an entire army through a 4-meter wide gate. The walls were actually very sturdy, and the Romans would have hung banners with golden eagles, which is their standard, and various other prideful things on top of them. Now, onto the inside. Going from the front to the back, we start with the Praetentura, which means front. This section right here houses the stables, stables over here, the hospital, the metal workshop, treasury right here, and your carpenter shop. It also houses, in this case, the 2 towers of the setup, which have the various archers on them, which I use command blocks to get armor stands with arms. Next, if you were to head back into the latera, the sides, you end up with your guardhouses, your altars, your kitchen, which is right here, I believe. This is your kitchen and dining hall, your prison, your armories, and your granaries. Well, technically, prison is part of the retentura, which is back here, prison and barracks, as well as the retentura housed the praetors and tribunes houses, which all look very akin to this. You've got your gilded armor, your pretty bed with white, purple, and yellow. Yellow symbolizes gold legion. Pretty tables, ornate things, various things. All the troop barracks were laid out exactly the same every time. All exactly like that. Well, that's the Minecraft equivalent. Another interesting thing about the entire thing as a whole is every time Rome built one of these, they built it exactly the same, down to size, which is incredible. They did it mainly so when soldiers would change locations, they wouldn't have to learn an entirely new layout. They just automatically would know where things were in comparison to others. So, say those guys were coming from, say, Israel, and this is in, I guess, middle of Britain. They will be able to find their way around every single time, every single change to a location. And that is incredibly useful for Rome. Incredibly useful. And so, akin to that spirit, I also tried to do that. I laid it out in the exact same way the Romans would. So, Praetentura, Latera, and Retentura, in the exact order, in the exact layout, in the interior. Even down to the Forum, which was the business center. They would have shops on one side, and a little greenery and a fountain to the other. The fountain also held drinking water akin to that pool out here. In the Forum also was their, I'd say hall, chances are it's something different, but at this table, at this location, they would discuss battle strategy and plans for the future of the army. This is where everything, most of the important stuff would go on. And then back here is where the reading of the intros would go on. So if I was say, a Roman priest, I would come over here, I would take out my sword, I would kill the sheep, I would hold up the entrails, and say good or bad based on their, whatever consistency, cleanliness. In the guardhouses, you had a little bit more of an ornate location for guards, not as bad as troop barracks, but, still worse than the others. most of this is just buildings now. We recreated one of the treasures from Israel. I'm sorry, the Jews, which is the gold table. I used a special texture pack called Romecraft. So I'm setting the table with a blue cloth right now. I am also now setting it with gold. Like, I'm taking off the cloth. So this took me very long, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see it firsthand, be able to fly around without all the lag and like walk around, I have brought the server IP, and you can ask me if you want to see it. And I would love to show it to you at lunch or another time. I have 5th lunch. And even join the server. We'd love to see you on here, and I will be putting this map up rather soon after I put this out. This will be showing up on YouTube if you would like to see it again for reference, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.